When wireless is fully applied, the Earth will be converted into a huge brain, capable of response in every one of its parts. Woman will ignore precedent and startle civilization with their progress. The opinion of the world does not affect me. I have placed as the real values in my life what follows when I am dead. A century from now, it will no more occur to a normal person to mate with a person eugenically unfit than to marry a habitual criminal. Let the future tell the truth and evaluate each one according to his work and accomplishments. The present is theirs, the future, for which I really worked, is mine. Marconi is a good fellow. Let him continue. He is using 17 of my patents. My brain is only a receiver in the universe. The idea came like a flash of lightning, and in an instant, the truth was revealed. Crystals are living beings at the beginning of creation. There is no energy in matter other than that received from the environment. Originality thrives in seclusion, free of outside influences. The scientists of today think deeply instead of clearly. One must be sane to think clearly, but one can think deeply and be quite insane. Our senses enable us to perceive only a minute portion of the outside world. To know each other, we must reach beyond the sphere of our sense perceptions. If your hate could be turned into electricity, it would light up the whole world. The day science begins to study non-physical phenomena, it will make more progress in 1 decade than in all the previous centuries of its existence. I could only achieve success in my life through self-discipline, and I applied it until my wish and my will became one. Peace can only come as a natural consequence of universal enlightenment. I do not think you can name many great inventions that have been made by married men. I do not think you can name many great inventions that have been made by married men. The desire that guides me in all I do is the desire to harness the forces of nature to the service of mankind. Though free to think and act, we are held together, like the stars in the firmament, with ties inseparable. These ties cannot be seen, but we can feel them. The Buddhist expresses it in one way, the Christian in another, but both say the same: we are all one. No free energy device will ever be allowed to reach the market. It's not the love you make, it's the love you give. All matter comes from a primary substance, the luminiferous ether. You may live to see man-made horrors beyond your comprehension. Science is but a perversion of itself unless it has as its ultimate goal the betterment of humanity. The last 29 days of the month are the toughest. Our virtues and our failings are inseparable, like force and matter. When they separate, man is no more. Great moments are born great opportunity. The present is theirs, the future, for which I really worked, is mine. The progressive development of man is vitally dependent on invention. Is nature a giant cat? If so, who strokes its back? The entire earth will be converted into a huge brain. We crave new sensations but soon become indifferent to them. The wonders of yesterday are today's common occurrences. My ear barely caught signals coming in regular succession which could not have been produced on earth. When natural inclination develops into a passionate desire, one advances towards his goal in 7 league boots. I have always been ahead of my time. Perhaps I failed, but I did my best. These masters of mine may do the rest. Every effort under compulsion demands a sacrifice of energy. I never paid such a price. My mother had taught me to seek all truth in the Bible. Of all things I liked books best. My father had a large library, and whenever I could manage, I tried to satisfy my passion for reading. So astounding are the facts in this connection, that it would seem as though the Creator himself had electrically designed this planet. Each day we go to our work in the hope of discovering. All peoples everywhere should have free energy sources. Every living being is an engine geared to the wheelwork of the universe. I have harnessed the cosmic rays and caused them to operate a motive device. Throughout the infinite, the forces are in a perfect balance, and hence the energy of a single thought may determine the motion of a universe. The beauty and the scent of roses can be used as a medicine, and the sun rays as a food. All that was great in the past was ridiculed, condemned, combated, suppressed, only to emerge all the more powerfully, all the more triumphantly from the struggle. My mother understood human nature better and never chided. She knew that a man cannot be saved from his own foolishness or vice by someone else's efforts or protests, but only by the use of his own will. Antisocial behavior is a trait of intelligence in a world full of conformists. I don't care that they stole my idea. I care that they don't have any of their own. Be alone. That is the secret of invention. Be alone. That is when ideas are born. My brain is only a receiver. In the universe, there is a core from which we obtain knowledge, strength, and inspiration. I have not penetrated into the secrets of this core, but I know that it exists. Of all the frictional resistances, the one that most retards human movement is ignorance. A new idea must not be judged by its immediate results. We all make mistakes, and it is better to make them before we begin. It will soon be possible to transmit wireless messages around the world so simply that any individual can carry and operate his own apparatus. Love, I recognize the emotion for what it is, an irrational self-destructive impulse, which is disguised as joy.